Welcome back. In another round of breaking update, what we are learning of this violent attack that disrupted the peaceful demonstration that was happening in Boulder, Colorado, injuring at least 6 people. According to authorities, the incident that occurred on the Pearl Street pedestrian mall, where a group had gathered to call for the release of Israeli hostages in Gaza. Police say the suspect, who has been identified as 45-year-old Mohammed Sabri Solomon, has approached the crowd and used makeshift flamethrower before throwing an incendiary device described as a firebomb into the group and set several people on fire. Now, witnesses report as far as the accused also shouted "Free Palestine" during the attack, and the FBI, which is now treating this incident as a targeted terror attack. The accused, who was also injured and was transported to a hospital for treatment. Now, a breaking update with regards to this attack that has taken place in Colorado. We are learning that a stern warning that has now been issued from the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. As in a fiery statement, Rubio has said that the United States will track down the terror sympathizers and will revoke their visas and will deport them without any delay. The message is loud and clear. America will not be a safe haven for those who are endorsing or enabling terrorism. As far as Marco Rubio has now issued the stern warning that as far as the terror sympathizers are concerned, we are going to hunt you down. I mean, this could be any more clear that could be made as far as the statement, Srinjoy, that is now coming in from the U.S. Secretary of State, with the recent incidents that have been also taken place that are now being termed as targeted terror attacks. And this is something that the United States has now made it clear that they will not tolerate such attacks.
There have been two in very recent days, one in Washington when 2 Israeli diplomats were killed, and this one when 6 people were injured. The point is that this is something what the Secretary of State is saying is very important, and this has to happen because this is for the benefit of Americans, of others who live in America, including diplomats. And this is, if this does not happen, and these attacks continue to spread. Just think, one happened in Washington, D.C., the other in Boulder, Colorado, hundreds of miles away from each other. Now the third could happen anywhere else. But before the third happens, it's important that all these illegal immigrants who are terror sympathizers or potentially terrorists, they should be found and they should be moved out of the country. And that should happen as soon as possible.
Absolutely. As far as these incidents that are now concerned, America making it clear that it will not allow to shelter or give shelter to any terror sympathizers or supporters as well. This warning coming in from the U.S. Secretary of State. Srinjoy, thank you very much for the moment joining in. Let's get you more world updates.